Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guardians and gals, or, gal guardians? Come here, kitty. That's my kitty being obnoxious. What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Wyatt, aka Wombo Combo, back again with another video. Today, I'm going to be ranking the subclasses for PvP in Destiny 2. So, as I adjust my mic here, yeah, we're going to be ranking each subclass based on my my opinion on their value in PvP. So they're already listed at the bottom. They're not listed in any particular order. I'm just going to rank them as they are listed, and we're going to go from one to the next, and I will rank them based on my thoughts and opinions on them in the PvP meta. So first off, Arc Hunter. After the Arc 3.0 changes, I think this class is better than it was, but not really by much. I know a lot of people might feel differently because of Amplified and because the new super is pretty dope, but it honestly isn't that good in PvP in my humble opinion. It can take out a well, which is good, but it's just too inconsistent. I feel like if you're throwing it at a moving target, there's a really good chance it'll land near them and not kill. It's not like a Nova Bomb where if it lands anywhere in the vicinity of an enemy and it goes, it will kill. It will do tick damage to them, which they can easily jump out of. So, not my favorite super, but overall the subclass as a whole does feel good. The arc movement abilities on Hunter are nice, the speed boosts are nice, the melee in tandem with the dodge and all of it is pretty solid. I'm going to give this an A tier. I think it is really viable. It's definitely not the best, but it is solid, and it's a very fun class to play if you've never played it. Next, we have Glacial Quake, or Behemoth Titan. Stasis Titan is mid, in my opinion. And that's not to say that it's unusable, because I don't know if any of you watched DeFizzle's videos, but he recently uploaded a two-part video series, kinda, where him and Gold Eagle are doing a carry with a Lighthouse Virgin, someone who's never been flawless, and they go up against a 3-stack of Behemoth Titans, who are running like Cerberus and Lorentz and cheesy stuff, and they're doing there's a build, if you want to call it that. It's really just dumb and scummy and broken, and it's been broken since Behemoth came out, and they have not fixed it and not addressed it. Bungie, that is. You can pop crystals to gain overshield. And what they do is they pop each other's crystals, so they run out, they pop all their crystals that they can. And in case you didn't know, Titans can pop crystals by popping a shield. So what they do is they throw a Glacial Nade on the ground, pop their shield on the Glacial Nade, which gives them overshield. Then they use their little slide uppercut melee, which you can pop with the Cerberus. Cerberus shreds through crystals, and that gives you overshield. And then you pop your homies, and they pop yours. And then all in all, you're getting increased ability regeneration because of the fragment that gives you increased ability regen. It's really gross. It's really broken. Other than that build, though, if you're not running a 3-stack of these Glacial Titans, honestly, it's not that good, in my opinion. It's not F. I don't think any of these are even close to like F or no tier, but it's definitely not top tier. It's one of the worst picks, in my opinion, that you could make for Titan right now. There are a lot of better options. The super's not really that good. It can't freeze through a well like it used to, and it honestly gets out-dueled by most other supers in the game IMO. So I'm going to put it in C tier. Not my fave, definitely not a top 10 pick, so that's where I'm putting it. Next, we have Solar Warlock, Dawnblade or Well for the super, and since the 3.0 changes, it's easy S tier. I mean, S+. This thing's going S+ tier. Well is better than it's ever been, in my opinion. I think that the Radiance is nice. I think the healing grenades are nice with restoration ×2. You are I mean, you win gunfights, man. It's that simple. Being able to run Icarus Dash on well, poggers. So poggers, it's not even funny. Easy S plus tier, one of the best, if not the best, PvP subclass in the game, IMO. Next, we have Golden Gun or Solar Hunter. Yet again, another huge upgrade after the 3.0 changes. Golden Gun was so lacking, and it felt like it was just outclassed by everything in the game for so long. And I'm not just talking the super, I just mean in general, the subclass didn't feel powerful. 6-shot Golden Gun could have some plays in quick play here and there, but in a competitive setting, in trials, comp, it was just outmatched. Like, Goldie just wasn't doing it. Blade Barrage is insane now. Goldie hits like a truck. I know it still did before, but it is even better now, in my opinion. Being able to run on your mark, which you automatically get ×3 when you use your class ability, which is insane to me, and then have, the weighted throwing knife and Acrobat's dodge to give yourself radiance, and the explosive throwing knife too is also a banger pick, especially with Caliban's hands. There's just some really good builds. I don't think it's S plus tier. I really think it's one of the best in the game, but I don't think it's like top tier, so I'm going to give it S. I think it is absolutely one of the best choices. It is totally viable in trials. It's not better than some of these other choices, but it's up there. Next, we have Voidwalker Hunter, or Bow, or Tether, and this one's a difficult one for me to place because I'm personally not a huge fan of Tether. I have never thought that the super itself is that good. I'm pretty versed in just avoiding these supers. I feel like 80% of the time they let it rip and you have just a few second window where you can jump out of it before it gets to you. Unless they get a strong flank on you and you don't see them coming, which granted happens because of invis on the subclass, which is a whole nother topic with Gyrfalcon's Halberd being re-enabled. It's pretty nasty right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is stronger than it's ever been right now, or at least more popular than it's ever been right now. More people are learning about Capri's Sting with Arbalest and Lorentz, and they're abusing some cheesy things. I think this one, for me personally, goes A tier. I don't... No, it's got to go S tier. I take it back. This one goes S tier because of the meta we're in right now, because of Gyrfalcon's Halberd, because of Capri's Sting with Arbalest and Lorentz, specifically those two weapons. Stompies are still really popular, not as good as they once were, but still very popular. Going invis is so strong right now and such a good counter to so many supers and just weapons and abilities. And if the other team's a 3-stack of Lorentz drivers, but you're running Kepri, so you have wall hacks, you kind of have an advantage there. Or if you're running Rat King with Gyrfalcon's Halberd, and you go invis with your dodge and then come around the corner and rip someone apart with Rat King and go invis again, then you come around the next corner and there's another guy, you let rip your Rat King and then invis again. Now you're doing more damage each time you come out of invis. It just snowballs. It is very powerful. So I take back what I said about it being A tier. It's got to go S for me. Now this is where I think I'm going to shock some people. We have a Revenant Hunter or a Stasis Hunter, and this one for me is S plus tier. And it's not even close. S plus for Revenant Hunter for a multitude of reasons. Number one, Tier 5 super, or Tier 4 super, I can't remember, it's one or the other, charges very fast. One of the fastest charging supers in the game, can outbeat almost every other super in the game, and that includes Arc Staff, Glacial Titan, Golden Gun, Bow, Well, and I know what you're thinking, how does it beat a Well? It doesn't even freeze in Well anymore, but that's the thing, it still does damage to those in a Well. So if you hit direct impact your first... shuriken, I think, no, it's not a shuriken, it's like a scythe. If you hit your first scythe on the warlock and then the second one lands on top of him, the whirlwind, the big tornado, can kill if you hit direct impact It can still kill out of a well. Little known fact for you. It can also take out a Bubble Titan. If you slide in and freeze him and then hit him direct with the second, scythe, it will kill the Titan inside the bubble, even with the overshield. This thing is powerful. This thing can beat almost every other super in the game, straight up mano-a-mano, one-on-one. Not to mention Shatter Dive is still meta. I've talked about this in the past. I don't care what anyone says. I plan on making a video about this soon, about my Hunter build with this subclass. It's one of my favorites. There's so many good exotics to run with it. Mask of Bacchus being one of them. It is so powerful. But yeah, Glacier Nade, Shatter Dive can still one-hit kill from full health. It can one-hit kill from full health plus Overshield from Void Titan. This class is so good and has so much utility, and I feel like people sleep on it so much. Has to be S+ tier for me. It goes above Goldie and above Night Stalker for me. I could hear an argument for like, well, Night Stalker right now is more powerful because of the exotics that it comes with, but just based on subclass alone, if we're not talking like exotic armor pieces that make it better than what it is, just base, this thing is top tier. Next we have Void Titan or Sentinel. I think we can all agree Sentinel is trash, like the actual throwing shield super, garbage super. No one really rocks it anymore for good reason. It's outclassed by almost everything. I would pick Arc Staff, Golden Gun, Bow, everything that's in A or higher over it, and maybe even Glacial. The only reason this thing gets higher than Glacial Titan for me is because of Bubble. Bubble is so strong, so powerful, and easily can win matches. It's like it's tier 5, one of the fastest charging supers in the game. The only one that comes close is Well. So Bubble and Well, two of the fastest charging supers in the game. Damn near invincible while you're inside of it. You throw on a glaive, you can take out anyone in a bubble or a well next to you. It's so strong. And then obviously Overshield from the offensive bulwark perk is insane. You have almost infinite uptime on your Overshield, so it's really solid. I'm going to give it A tier. I just don't feel like it competes with like the best of the best that are above it right now. In fact, I'm going to put it, I will say though, it is the top of A tier. I'm going to put it ahead of Arc Hunter because I do think it is probably the better overall subclass, but it's not quite as good as the ones above it, IMO. Next, we have Shadebinder, which is Stasis Warlock. Stasis Warlock is really slept on. I think a lot of people underestimate the power and the capability of the seeking crystals when you freeze a target and then it seeks and finds another one. It can win you 1v3s in trials against top tier players because they can't do anything when they're frozen. And all you have to do is melee them or hit them with a slug shotty or whatever. So Shadebinder is actually really solid, really strong. If you guys haven't heard of Glow, you should really check out his Shadebinder gameplay. He is a Shadebinder main and he swears by it. It's Gleaux. Gleaux, I believe. I hope I didn't just spell that wrong, but his name is Glow. He makes good videos about Shadebinder gameplay if you're interested in that. I'm going to put it in A tier. Yeah, I'm going to put it in A tier, but it's solid bottom of A tier. I would take Arc Staff or Arc Titan or Arc Hunter, and Void Titan over this one most of the time, but a good Shadebinder can wreck shop. Next, we have Arc Warlock, which after the Arc 3.0 buffs definitely feels better than it did. I think it's stronger than before easily. The slide melee teleport is busted at some times. You really feel like, wow, this thing is so powerful. It can take out an entire team if you're using Crown of Tempest. It's really powerful, the melee, but other than that, I don't really see a lot of value in the super. I feel like the super, and this goes for Chaos Reach and Storm Trance. I feel like they're both outclassed by most other supers on this list. Even the Glacial Titan, I mean, you can just freeze it, from a distance. You don't even have to get near it before its little tickle fingers can get you. And then you can just dome a Chaos Reach out of Chaos Reach with a sniper shot. So not overall my favorite subclass. This will be the first one I put in B tier. Not really as bland as Glacial Titan is as an overall class, but not nearly as good as any of these when it comes to something like Trials, like a competitive game mode. Next, we have Arc Titan, and oh boy, am I gonna piss off some Arc Titans. If y'all didn't have Storm Grenades, what would you have? I'm just playing. It's good. It's really good. The Jug Shield is really annoying to fight against. Those Shotgun Apes, they'll get you, man. They are nasty, especially Jug Shield with Antaeus Wards. That's a combo, man. Knockout, insane melee lunge distance. Plus you get, healed from melee kills, which is a whole ability on its own. I mean, I don't even know why that's like part of the subclass. And then Touch of Thunder, the tracking Storm Grenades. Those are nasty and they will mess you up, and they are all over Trials right now. No one really uses the Traveling Titan Slam anymore. I think that's pretty much dead inside PvP. Everything is Thunder Crash now. And there's a good reason for that. It's because we're in an instant kill meta, right? Like, if you peek and you get domed by a Lorentz or an Arbalest, it's game over. You can't really afford to run a roaming super most of the time. You need to have that instant win button, which is, for the most part, Thunder Crash. There's still those moments where you get domed out of a Thunder Crash, or you get frozen, or someone hits you with a bow as you're flying in, but it's the safer option than the traveling Ballistic Slam or the Titan, roaming super. It's just not a safe option anymore, so I don't see a lot of people running it. This is going to go S tier for me. In the current updated Arc 3.0 subclass, it has to. It's not the best of the best, but it's by no means the worst of the worst. It is definitely up there with the big dogs and can hang for sure. Next, we have Solar Titan. Solar Titan, really fun in PvE. That's about all I have to say about it. It's not that good at all. In PvP, hardly anyone's running it. Loreley's was nerfed into the ground. Sorry, Solar Titans, y'all are going in C tier. Y'all really have nothing right now. And don't get me wrong, it's not complete garbage. Like, it's something you can run in quick play and have fun and have success with. It's not, like I said, I don't think any of these are D or F or no tier. Like, these are all solid choices. It's just that there's definitely a hierarchy, and it is not top of the list by any means. Last, we have Nova Lock, and this may surprise some of y'all, but if you watch my content, you probably know I am a Voidlock main, and this won't come as a surprise to you. I'm putting this puppy in S+ tier. S+ tier for Voidlock. Voidlock is so strong, and people sleep on it, and I don't know why. Because it is easily one of the best, if not the best classes in the game. There are so many reasons why. First of all, you've got Child of the Old Gods. This little, I call it Sucky Ball, and from here on out, I'm just going to call it Sucky Ball. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sucky Ball will fly after targets like its life depends on it. It goes flying at people, right? And when it hits, you get something that no other class really can give you other than Solar, which gives you a similar thing in Burn. You can see through walls where a target is because they're burning. You can see the numbers popping up on screen that they're burning, which gives you an indication of where they are. Sucky Ball gives you very important information. It gives you damage numbers when it lands and is sucking a target. It tells you where that target is at anywhere on the map where it's sucking on them, right? Also, if you're running Healing Rift, which you should be in PvP, it gives you grenade and melee energy back while it sucks targets. It sucks them off, essentially. It also gives you Rift energy as well. It just gives you ability energy while it's sucking targets. And when it kills the target, it gives you even more ability energy back. That is huge. It gives you information. It puts damage on the enemies, so they're sitting there like, oh no, I'm taking tick damage. it makes them forced to choose in that moment. Do they want to focus on the sucky ball, shoot it down, and get rid of it so they're not taking tick damage, or do they want to run? Do they want to back out from wherever they are? It can make people move. It has so much value and so much power, and I don't think a lot of people really see that. I have gotten so many 1v3 clutches, team wipes, things like that, because my sucky ball goes in, it puts damage on them. Now I know where they are. They lose their focus on me and start shooting the sucky ball. While they're getting hit from the sucky ball, they take 10% more damage. It's either 5 or 10, I can't remember, but you slide out while they're focused on the sucky ball, shooting at that. Now you're cleaning them up. They're taking more damage. Now you're getting ability energy back, because when sucky ball sucks people off, it gives you ability energy. Like, so powerful all in its own. I could do a whole video just on that. Then you have Devour. Anytime you get a void kill, if it not from a weapon, unfortunately, it has to be a grenade, a melee, sucky ball, or nova bomb, anything like that, it procs Devour. Then every subsequent kill, no matter how you kill them, you go to full health. That is such a huge ability. That is also part of the reason why I get so many 1v3 clutches with this subclass, because half the time I get a kill with my melee, or I get a kill with my grenade, or a sucky ball finishes someone off that I got weak, and now I'm full health again and can keep chugging along. Huge perk. Devour is insane. And then you've got the melee. This melee, Pocket Singularity, is so powerful. You throw it around corners and it tracks to people. I can't tell you how many times, I have no idea, truthfully, where an enemy is, and I just chuck this thing through a doorway or around a corner, or I see on the radar that they're above me, so I just peek out and throw it up, and that thing tracks to them like nobody's business and sends them flying back. That will throw people's shots off, especially with the aerial effectiveness changes. It blasts people into the air where they are now weak. They're at a disadvantage. They don't have the accuracy that they normally would. And now you have easy cleanups, and it makes them volatile also. Like, there is so much utility to this class. It is easy S+ tier. I don't care what anyone says. I know there's going to be some Titan fans hating on me out there, like, I can't believe you didn't put this or that in S+ tier or even S tier or whatever, but sorry, you're just not on the same level as these three in S+ tier. I could hear an argument, maybe hear an argument for Sentinel going to S tier because of Bubble, but that isn't what this list is based on. It's not based on just the supers. It's based on everything as a whole, how it works together. These three classes, in my opinion, with all of the abilities that they have in tandem with each other, works the best. And I didn't even mention, for Voidlock, Nova Bomb. One of the best supers in the game. Instant win button if you hit someone with it. There's really no counter to a Nova Bomb direct to the face. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for my tier list. Let me know if you agree or disagree, and thanks for watching.